Hello and welcome back once again to another video. We're starting this one with the cover-up key because I forgot to film some driving footage. So we are emptying some silt pits and these covers get ran over by lorries and stick down, so the cover-up key is a good way to get them up. Also in this video we have a blocked gully, we have to do some jetting there, we've also got a sewage blockage that I filmed on my phone. And we also have a job where we empty the tank and jetted some drains through because of regular blockages. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video and enjoy.
Hello, I'm on TV. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe at the end.
So as I said in the intro, we are starting this one with cleaning out some silt pits. You may have seen this one done before. It's a regular one we do. I'm just waiting for the artic to get here. So let's put some cones out to stop people driving through. And like that, here's the artic. So these pits are designed to catch the silt before it goes through to the Interceptor. As you can imagine, this being a lorry wash, it is very thick in the bottom. Nope. So we do this job as a regular service. The reason for that is to keep on top of all this silt before it becomes too much of a problem and clogs the drainage system up. Which I think we do it every 3 months. And it builds up like this. Push it down as far as it goes. The nice thing with this job is they have a nice big hose here with plenty of water flow coming through it, so I don't even have to use the jetter to wash this round. So it's not a bad job at all. But yeah, obviously it takes a bit of time with all this silt. Now for the purposes of this video, I'm going to film the 2 catch pits. Whether a bit further on it'll become a time lapse, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If I feel like it's going on too long. But yeah, we also empty the Interceptor as well. I'm going to skip over that one because the Interceptor's quite deep. My light ran out of battery and you can't really see a lot on it. And most of it was water, to be honest with you. But we'll get these catch pits pumped out anyway, and yeah, you should see a nice clean catch pit at the end. So, a bit later on in this video, we do have a sewage blockage coming up, and I know people sometimes only want to see the sewage and aren't interested in this, so let me know in the comments. Do you like this kind of stuff? Or are you just here for the sewage? Let me know in the comments. But it's going to be very old school back to the early days of this channel, because I didn't take my GoPro in, not expecting it to be blocked, and I filmed it on my iPhone. It's probably worth mentioning though, my iPhone camera is a lot better quality than it was in the early days, so hopefully it should come out alright. As with most things doing my job, more water is definitely better. Now, vacuum tankers don't like sucking solids. If you can make it a liquid, it'll happily go up the hose, but if it's too solid and too heavy, it doesn't like it. So, like I said, we've got a good water flow on this, so we're able to get through it pretty quickly. But it's still quite heavy stuff we're sucking up, so it does take a bit of time. Also, video watchers review. What do you think of my new microphone? Have you noticed a difference in the last couple of videos? Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? From my point of view, I haven't got a clue. But people tend to tell me if the audio sounds off and stuff like that. I don't know if I need to adjust things or not. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Because new microphone, everything's slightly different. So just in case anyone is wondering, the reason I changed the microphone is my old microphone was £25 and a friend gave it to me when I started doing my voiceovers. He said, try this microphone, I've got it in my drawer, I'm not using it, it might sound better for you. Before I was recording it just on the mic on my MacBook. And I thought about it the other day and thought, no, I want something better. So I've gone about £140. But, yeah, I took some advice from a radio producer at Fix Radio, of course. Who else would you go to for microphone advice? So back to talking about what we're actually doing. If you look at the pipe on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that is the outfall pipe into the next catch pit. And that was the level the silt's at, so you can see how much we've dropped it down already. So we managed to block the pipe up, so we've just took it out, unblocked it, there was some sticks wedged in the knuckle, and now we've put it back in and we'll pump the water out and then get the water back on. So at some point in the past, someone has spilt some concrete or tarmac or something in the bottom of this chamber, and a random brick, possibly back when it's first constructed. So where we are now isn't actually the bottom, but we're not far off the bottom. But without getting in there with a breaker and things like that, you're never going to get this out the bottom. And to be honest, is there any point? Or is it more hassle than it's worth? On to catch pit number 2, and this one is very much the same. Now, I'm going to do this one as a bit more of a time lapse because it's very similar to the first one. Right, so I think I teased it in the last video, but I'm going to do exactly the same in this one. So I have hopefully a new bit of kit coming, and something you're going to see a lot more of. Fingers crossed if everything goes well. I've been in talks with a company. Keep an eye on this channel, because I'm hoping you're going to be as interested in it as I am. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't to find out what it is. And if you want to see 3 videos up front before their official release date, you can do that by becoming a channel member. But I'm not expecting everyone to, and you don't have to, but the option's there if you want to. I'm just happier watching the videos. I promise you the boots aren't product placement. I genuinely brought these, but they're a charity version of the Steel Blue boots for Fix Radio's charity, the Fix Foundation, and £5 from every pair of boots goes to that. I just quite liked them, so I brought a pair. But yeah, we then moved on to doing the Interceptor, but I'm going to skip over that bit because, like I said, the battery went flat on my Festool light, and I didn't have a spare battery, and it's too deep to really see anything. So we're going to move on to the next job, which follows on from the last video. This is the job in Cirencester I was talking about that I had to go to after doing the Hereford job. So we've definitely been to this property before, and we pulled a load of dog toys out of the gully pot. Well, that gully pot is blocked again. The cover's missing on it as well, so that might be a clone. So we're going to pop the cover up, get some water in that gully, and then give it a jet through. And of course it is raining because this is England. Well, that's definitely something that shouldn't be in the gully pot. I'd imagine you've probably all seen that. Now, the manhole looks nice and clean this time, so we're going to jet out the branch, the lower one on the left-hand side, back into that gully pot and hopefully get it clean. We're going to jet back with the ball 6-pack. I'll be honest with you, at this point I was thinking it's just going to be full of dog toys again. We're going to put the rod in there just to catch any, if any do come down. looking at the colour of the water at this point, I was thinking this has got to be grease blocking this. Look at that colour. And we got some nice solid chunks coming down, along with the odd rat or mouse or whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure we got it clear because the jet is definitely in the gully. And that's just in time as we run out of water. So I don't think our friend in the gully pot come up through the drainage system. I think he's fallen in from the top, probably trying to eat the grease that's in there. So I'm going to recommend a new gully cover on that gully to stop anything going down there that shouldn't be in there. So the next job you're going to see was filmed on my iPhone. Now I went in there just for a little drainage check. We go in there every couple of months. We pop the cover up, make sure there's no blockages, and then put the cover back down. If there's a blockage, we clear the blockage. Basically, if the manhole blocks up and it's not dealt with, it floods out of the shower and sewage runs down the corridor. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to find this blockage. Is that running, yeah?
Yeah. Could you check? Like you say, really, I know it can block overnight, but this time hopefully it caught it.
Flushes, it should come down. Just in case you're wondering, I do turn the camera around and film it in landscape in a second, so stick with it. Got a few more flushes, that's alright. Maybe run the shower. So this site's another one of those that suffers from a badly designed manhole with not enough sweep on it, and also it suffers from eco flushes that cause lots of problems.
Yeah, so, yeah, definitely. I took a picture of it. Do you want me to send you it? Or? Yeah, I just took a quick picture of it. I'll send you it. Alright? Just to prove it would work. Do it? Yeah, alright, I'll send that to you. Yeah, I'll send you that, alright?
So we're trying to get some water behind this blockage. We've got the shower running, we're flushing toilets, but the water does take a little while to come through because there's lots of sewage backed up that line. Bit of water about in there. It was actually worth doing. It was worth doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do them as well, innit? Go for it. As you will see now, when the water flushes, it travels back in both directions, which is the reason they get blockages there. We then gave the upstream toilets a flush just to clear this line through, and then we should be all good. So, another video done, but we've still got one more to do for this video, which is the community centre have been having regular blockages. They're putting it down to people using lots of toilet paper, but their tank's due and empty. They've asked for us to jet the line through between the chambers and empty the tank. So that is where we're heading. So we are on site with the four-wheeler emptying the septic tank, and we of course also have the jetting baton. This tank has a really odd setup. Rather than having a T-pipe on the exit, it has this little filter box thing, which I don't really like them. They're a bit of a pain, but yeah, we'll pump some of this out, then we'll get that box out and give it a good clean out. Now, you might remember this site, we've been here before and altered the drainage, but they're getting the blockages in these manholes heading down towards the tank. Now, we know the drainage is all good because we altered what needed doing, put patch liners in and things like that, and yeah, they seem to still be getting problems. But remember, this is a community centre, you get lots of mother and babies and people like that in there. It's used heavily for baby groups and stuff, so you can imagine lots of wipes and things go down here and large amounts of paper, and personally I think that's the reason they're getting the blockages. They've asked for the main line to be jetted through, so we're going to do that. But first, I just want to give these manholes a bit of a clean round because there's some lovely mouldy stuff growing in this one. That's why it's all white.
They all run away? Yeah. Let me block. It's been blocked? Yeah. I think it's that filter on the output. Yeah, it definitely ran away.
Right, let's get this little filter box thing out. It's probably got a more technical name, but that's what I'm calling it. We're going to slide this one out and hopefully not drop it in the tank. But that's not meant to have come off like that. That little piece that connects onto the pipe should have stayed on. So we'll put a screw in that before we leave. Just hold it on there.
That pipe's not going to come off.
There's also a little hose pipe attachment on here, so I thought let's connect a hose on it and see what it does. I'm sure it's there for a reason. So we've now got down to the bottom of the tank, so we're going to use the jet and hose just to wash the bottom of this tank round to get rid of as much of that sludge as possible. got, if this cup ever comes off though, it's got like a sliding non-return valve on it. Don't like that. Really don't like that. So as I said, I'm going to put a screw on this just to hold this piece on. I think there used to be a screw in there before because the hole already existed. But yeah, that's just going to hold it in there to stop the thing falling off. Now, I really don't like the lid on this tank because it's really lightweight, it's very bendy when you walk on it, and it's got locks on it, but the locks don't seem to actually lock it into anything. I've tried locking it before and nothing happens, you can still pull the lid off. So, I've still got to jet the drains through, but I'm going to let the tanker go because I'm blocking them in. But for now, I'm just going to shut these covers down just so we don't lose anyone down there, like the postman or something, whilst I'm moving the van. Just shutting it for safety reasons, really. Because of the recent blockages, I went inside and double-checked that all the toilets were flushing away nicely. Then went outside again, moved the van, and I'm going to pop this cover up here. We're going to jet up to the other cover, and then we're going to jet down the stream towards the tank. Although I clearly remembered it wrong because I actually jetted down the stream first. To jet downstream, I'm using my favourite spare jet and we're using it on about 2000 psi. Now I did notice when jetting this, there seems to be a bit of a lump under the half channel in this chamber, just there in the middle. Now I don't think this is causing the problems, and this is the manhole that we didn't touch. When we did the drainage, we left this chamber alone, but that seems to be new, so we'll keep an eye on that. I then swapped the jet over for my favourite 6-back jet, the ball jet, to jet upstream because we want to drag everything back towards us in this case. Not that I think there's going to be anything in her at all, but we'll jet her through anyway because that's what we've been asked to do. Well, from what I can see, everything seems to be all good here. So yeah, I'm putting the recent blockages down to heavy use and lots of toilet paper. And once again, I forgot to record some driving footage, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment, I'll try and reply back to you. Let me know you got all the way to the end of the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hopefully I've got something new coming to the channel, as I said earlier. A new bit of equipment that I'm going to be using. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to see what that is, and I will see you on the next one.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.